Today we're going to be removing the limiters from the lifters. So first you start off by supporting the bike with a floor jack. That's what I'm going to do. And remove the spark plugs, put the gearbox in the highest gear. On my bike that'd be 6th gear. We're going to remove the spark plugs, lift the bike up. Now remove the spark plugs. Pretty good. Remove the air cleaner. Pause. Okay, pause. Over here.
That's all you needed to do?
Pause.
Okay.
So with the gearbox in the highest gear, use the rear tire to turn the engine. Pause. Now while turning the engine using the rear wheel, we'll find top dead center, which is right there. You can find it with the screwdriver. Okay, now we come over here to see if we can spin these, and we cannot. So I have to turn the engine back over one more revolution because these are too tight. Pause. Yep. Okay. So now I'm on the right stroke. I can spin it. I had to spin the engine over one full revolution. Alright, so now after I remove all of this, take the limiters out of the lifters. I'm already on top dead center for number 1. So we're going to complete this and do the valve adjustment on this before moving to number 2. Stop. Alright, so we'll break this nut loose. That's the locking nut. Break the locking nut loose. I'm going to take it all the way down. Jasmine went to get me a paper clip and a rubber band so I can hold the pushrod tube up. But that's going to come all the way down. And then this will go all the way in. I'm going to tighten this all the way up in order to pull it out. Alright, so with a paper clip in place and a rubber band or a headband is what Jazzy found. And hold the pushrod tube up. Alright, so we're gonna bring the pushrod tube adjustment all the way up. That's how you remove the pushrod. The lower half of the pushrod will screw all the way up into the top half. Almost there. It should go nice and easy using just your fingers. There, okay, see? So now it's fully collapsed. And now we can come out, bring the pushrod tube down, remove the paper clip. Full assembly out. Now my seals are only got a few hundred miles on them, so I'm going to reuse them, but I'll clean them before I reassemble it. Okay. Remove the 4 bolts from the lifter cover. Try not to get any of these in the engine. And then we're gonna try to, I was hoping to salvage this. Doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to. Unless I can. This out. I'm going to do one lifter at a time. Make sure you don't lose this retaining clip. It'll pop out and fly if you don't. Okay. Watch this, not me.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we'll just pop this all out. So there's that piece. Come on. This tiny little piece goes here.
A lot of oil.
Yeah, they pump up with oil. Okay. And the oil is holding this thing in there. Come on. This thing is spring loaded too. So this is what we're digging out. I already took this. This is a limiter. I already took it out of one. And this one's not wanting to pop out here. Come on. It's free in there. There we go. Alright, use the magnet.
Why didn't you use the magnet in the first place?
I did on the other one, I forgot. Alright, so it's the outside of this that you don't want to scratch up. And then this will go in like that, and then here comes the spring. Spring is going to go back on here, and there's the limiter. The limiter just popped out. Jazzy didn't get it on camera.
Well, there it is.
Now this goes right back in just like that. Keep the spring upright, insert it like so. Okay, now this piece, this metal plate thingy will go in here, and then your cup. See, now it's got some good, there's no oil pressure in it, so it's got some good pressure. Alright, pause. Don't get the floor.
Well, how is I supposed
Come
to
this
get
way.
everything?
Like right there.
Okay.
Alright. I gotta keep my hands nice and clean for this. And use this, use the end of a push rod to push it down. Come on.
What you trying to do?
Get this retaining clip back in.
Oh. Probably doesn't help that that's magnetic.
No, it doesn't.
Does it fit in it?
Yeah.
Do you want something else, like the paper clip?
Doesn't help that I'm sweating everywhere either. There we go.
There.
Alright, scoop this piece down like that. Alright, I think it fell into place. Yep. Now that's in there pretty good.
You're shaking.
Yep. Now, see that? See the travel? That's the travel of the lifter. And putting the lifters in without them being pumped up, I can go ahead and adjust the valves out, and it's done. Okay. Okay, so make sure you got them going in the right direction. And drop them down in here. And then I'm going to put this back. Okay, that's it. Now I can put the cover back on. Okay, put blue Loctite on the bolts and hand tighten. And come on. Where is it? It's in there somewhere. There it is. Okay, we can install this and we'll be right back. Alright, we're ready to put the, I've already done the intake. Come on. Alright, slide this bad boy up in here. Okay.
Ew.
Alright, so start extending the push rod. While you hold it up against the head, against the rocker, hold the push rod tight while extending the lower portion of the adjustable push rod. And you want to keep that nut up, because if it drops down in there, you got to start all over with this process. Hit pause. Turn that fan down so it's not so noisy. All right. Okay. So now that nut is got some threads on it, it won't fall. And you want to extend it till it just touches the top of the lifter and it's nice and firm against the rocker, which would be right there. I can't extend it anymore by hand, but I can spin it. Now from this point, extend it 20 turn, 20 flats. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so these lifters have a full travel of 40 flats, which is 6 flats per turn. So you want it right in the middle of the travel, which is for these push rods and these lifters is 20 flats. So that is where you want to, this is where I want to on this particular setup. S&S lifters, S&S quickie push rods. This is where you want to tighten it up and leave it be. Now my lifters were not, it had no oil pressure in them at all, so I didn't have to worry about waiting for them to bleed down or nothing like that. So I can go ahead and adjust them right out and move on to cylinder 2 after I set it at top dead center for cylinder 2. And make sure it's up in there good. This is kind of a hard way to do this, but I don't have, using the tools I have at hand, so it's alright, I can do it that way. Looks good up there, and this looks good here. Alright, so that's it for the adjustment. I am going to move on to cylinder 2 and we'll be back with the startup. Always clean up chrome real good or you're going to stain it just as much of a fingerprint. When the pipes get hot, it'll stain the chrome. Always clean. Make it look good. I need a new air cover because I don't have a 103 anymore. I got a 106. Oh well. A fresh dab of anti-seize on the spark plugs. Plugs are in. Not too tight now. Alright, plugs are in. Start her up.